Thanks for joining us. My name is Tyler, and this is my dad,
Dave.
And we are 2 Gen Fragrance Reviews. Today we have something just a little bit different.
A little different. We like to change it up.
Yeah, so we usually like to smell one fragrance and then comment on what each of us thinks.
Right.
But today we're kind of going to divide it a little bit. So we're going to do 2 evening scents each. One for the cooler weather and one for the warmer weather.
Yep.
So we'll just get right into that.
Right into that.
Okay.
You go first.
So we're going to start with the warmer weather scents. And again, these are all for going out or the evening. And mine is Missoni Parfum pour Homme. And ever since I smelled this, I thought it was just the best thing ever. I read all the reviews that said that it was like Bleu de Chanel. I didn't really care about that because I just liked it for what it was. And then when we actually smelled Bleu de Chanel, I liked Missoni better, and I think you may have.
I think I like them both. I think I like them both.
Either way,
they are different.
I love Missoni. I think it's amazing. It does have like that Bleu de Chanel vibe, you can say, where it's a scent that everyone's going to like. No one's ever going to dislike it. You know, it's got the grapefruit, it's got the lavender up top. And it's just so wearable. And the ginger. It's pretty ginger heavy, so, and I'm not sure if that's something that Bleu de Chanel has. Either way, I shouldn't be comparing it to Bleu de Chanel. It's its own scent.
It is its own.
And it is amazing again. So, yes, lavender, ginger, and grapefruit on the top. And it's just so pleasant. And then once it dries down, it gets very woody. And I think it has an oak note, which you don't see very often. There's birch in it. And it's just so, again, easy to wear is the way that I put it. It's just throw it on, feel really confident, know that you smell good, and that everyone around you is going to like it. There's no way anybody doesn't like this scent, in my opinion. Like, it's just ridiculous.
No, it's definitely a nose-friendly scent. No question about it. It's very friendly.
And as a millennial, I think... you know, as someone who's a little bit younger, a lot of people like sweeter scents, especially for going out. But for me, this is definitely a little bit more mature, like on the mature side, and perfect for spring, summer. Yeah. So,
actually, do you think you can get away with it like as an office scent too, right?
Oh, it could do so much.
I mean, it stands out really nicely as an evening scent.
It could do so much. I think all of the scents we have aren't here single evening only going out scents. They could all do a bunch of things, which makes them even better. Missoni Parfum pour Homme is an EDP, and you can get it for about 1.7 for about $38 on discounters.
It's a reasonable
Heck
price.
Of a deal.
Yeah, reasonable price.
Anyway, all right, what is yours?
Mine is also for the warmer weather. It is a flanker. It is a flanker of, I believe, the best-selling men's cologne ever.
Wow.
And that would be Acqua Di Gio, and the cologne I'm talking about, it's actually a parfum, is Acqua Di Gio Profumo. It's a great scent. It's got a ton of character. It has kind of a summery vibe when you first smell it. It's aquatic. It's got some bergamot. It's a little spicy, but overall it's like a fresh scent when you first put it on. But it's not a linear scent. It's got a ton of other characteristics. It's got it even gets a little floral. It's got some geranium in it. It has rosemary in it, as from an herbal point of view, right? Yeah. I mean, it has a lot of character to it. And then when it finally
that does smell good.
Doesn't it? Though? Yeah, and what I think really makes it more, it's a scent that you could wear in warmer weather. You could even get away with it in the fall weather, little early fall, because it settles down with a frankincense note, and that I think kind of livens it up and makes it cut through some of the chill that might be in the fall. Definitely not a winter scent. I wouldn't wear in the winter, but it's an evening scent. Definitely a date scent. You know, without question, it has a lot of potential for a lot of different uses, but in the summertime, especially in summer and the springtime, I like it as an evening, kind of a date scent. So, you got any comments on it?
No, I think it's great too. Any age, a millennial could definitely pull that off as well. Yeah. Even down to probably 20s, could easily wear that. It's the only difference between our scents that you'll see is price points.
Right. This one actually this bottle is a 2.5 ounce. It's 75 milliliter. It runs about $80. But you might, and that's at discounters. So you might be able to find a little cheaper, but think about that range. And I will tell you this much. This is my opinion. Do with it what you will. But you can blind buy this baby. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Alrighty, and for our next category, that would be the cooler weather months, which we are in right now.
Right, getting right in there. Yeah.
So, for me, 100% I didn't even have to think about it. Valentino Uomo Intense.
I was really surprised that that's like.
So, everyone's heard about this.
That's awesome.
But it is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's very easy it's iris, and it's vanilla, and it's leather. I mean, pretty easy. It is my absolute favorite evening scent out of all the things I've ever smelled.
Yeah.
It's probably, people say different fragrances can make you feel different ways.
Absolutely.
And this one makes me legitimately feel better. Like, I feel good. And like I could just conquer the world.
That's a plus.
And it's not like a Fahrenheit feeling where I just feel like a boss. Like, this is just like you feel good.
Right.
Confident, just like can just go talk to anybody and do anything.
Sure.
So it doesn't project like crazy. It's 100% a scent to bring people into you, and then they'll love it because it smells so good. And I think it's perfect for millennials and people of my age bracket. I think.
I would wear it.
Well, of course you would. It's amazing.
I would. It's really good.
But I just think so. It's one. It's not as versatile. I think it's definitely just an evening date scent for the cooler months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you could just wear it every single time you leave the house and it's dark because it's phenomenal.
That's right.
And again, for price, I believe this is a 1.7 and is about $46, which is an absolute steal in my opinion. You're stealing this at that price. So I could talk about it for days and days. It's an amazing fragrance and my favorite. So there you go. Stamp of approval.
One thing I want to note, you mentioned vanilla. It's not a really, really sweet, overwhelming
I
vanilla.
kind of went past that. It's definitely more iris leather.
Yeah.
It's that lipsticky iris, but like the really masculine
I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah, which is very interesting that an iris note is masculine, but I've had from like multiple women that have smelled this, like said that it is a super masculine scent. Even though it's iris, it's so wild, like that's crazy to think about, but 100% super masculine. Yeah. Okay, yours. Last one.
My turn. Yeah. So mine is not a cheapie. It's at discounters. You'd find it a 100 ml bottle for about $105. You might find a little less than that, but I don't think you'd find it under $100 anywhere. No. It's Tom Ford, and it is ombre leather. Now, I will have to say that sometimes names are a little deceiving when it comes to colognes and perfumes.
Yeah.
This one is not. No. It's a leather scent. There's no question about it. But I will say this: it's got some beautiful nuances to it. It opens with kind of a cardamom type saffron.
Okay.
But you're still getting some of that leather.
Oh yeah.
And then it settles down into. I actually did some research, and it's funny because they actually define it as an ingredient as black leather.
Interesting.
So I'm not exactly sure how that happens.
Well, it is the most unique leather I've ever smelled.
It's really good.
It's
leather.
different. It's the only leather that will ever smell like that leather.
Well, I think
the only fragrance that will ever smell like that leather.
That leather, right? And I think what really kind of brings out some of the characters is the vetiver. There's a vetiver as a note in there, and I don't think I can't think of any real vetiver leather mix. I've seen patchouli. I've seen other more green type.
Sure.
But not vetiver.
Yeah.
And then it kind of it dries down to a little bit of a ambery kind of scent. But I will tell you, if you love leather, this is a nice, clean leather scent, perfect for cooler weather, date night. It is without question one I would reach for pretty regularly on a date.
How is the longevity on that?
It I would say probably 7 to 8 hours, and I've actually gotten a little more than that, but I'll average it out.
Yep.
7 to 8 hours, and it definitely also has a little bit of projection for the first hour or two. You're gonna, and the sillage is the same. It's, lasts for about an hour or two. I will never say to you that ultimately it's a pull-in scent. It's always going to be around you, and it's going to be a really just, it's very character-driven scent, right? I mean, I don't know. I think of getting in a Cadillac. I think of all the.
To me, this is a Cadillac leather. This is a classy ass leather.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's amazing. It's Tom Ford, so I can't afford that. But it's also a little, again, I know I say this a ton, but it's a little old for me. I think in like 3 years I could wear that, but just not right now.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's really, it's so good. It's so good.
It's a classic scent, and it really, I think it's been around for a while. It's only been around since 2018, so.
Yeah. Already a classic.
But I will say, unlike Profumo, I would recommend that you get a sample, only because I think different noses pick up the leather in a different fashion, obviously, but you just never know. You might not like this leather scent, you might like leather scents, but you might not like this one. So maybe sample it, and then also because it's pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's true. Yours are a little bit more pricey. Mine, you don't need to sample them. Just buy them. They're fantastic. Listen to me.
In your humble opinion.
Oh, not my just a fact. Buy them, and you'll be thanking me. I expect comments on this video saying thank you.
And on that note, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
If you think about, if you think you have a few minutes, comment. Have you tried these? What are your thoughts on them? I mean, we'd really love to hear what you think. I mean, if you don't like them, you don't like them. If you like them, great. Share with us what you like about them and when you wear them. We want to hear it from you. And with that, it'd be great if you could subscribe, hit the subscribe button, like.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.